Learning is crucial to our existence. Just like food nourishes our body, knowledge and continuous learning nourishes our mind. Continuous learning helps us develop our critical thinking and expose us to vast range of knowledge. However, there are still many people who are struggling to learn something despite continuous effort. Fortunately, with the help of neuroscience, now we have better understanding of how we learn and the most effective ways our brain process and hold information. There are several ways you can follow to learn something faster. Number 1. Write down things. You are more likely to remember something you have written down. If you are in class, listen carefully to the lecture and write down the keywords and phrases you hear. If you're learning something from online or book, rewrite what you read in your own words since that will help you digest it better in your memory. In that way, you'll be able to recall it more quickly. For example, if you're trying to learn more about the country history, you could write down a timeline of all the important dates and events. Give your full attention to your studies while you're taking notes so you don't miss any crucial information. Right after you're taking the notes, go through your notes and organize them in a more structured way so that they are easier to review. Number 2. Say it loud. Hearing yourself repeat the information helps you remember it easier. Read aloud if you're studying from a book, website or your notes. Go slowly through the text so you don't skip anything important. Try pointing your finger at words as you read them to help you commit them to memory even more. The louder you say the information, the easier it gets inside your head. For example, if you're trying to learn a new language, practice saying vocab words and sentences as you learn them. Since you're actively speaking, the information stands out better in your long-term memory. Say something louder will make it very personal to you. As a result, you will store it deeply in your mind and can recall it easier. Number 3. Try self-testing. Try to look back on what topics you still need to review. After you have read through or practiced something, test your memory by recalling everything you just learned. If you need to remember keyword or phrases, try writing down their definition without looking at them. Make note of what you have struggled remembering so you can go back and practice it even more. In that way, you aren't wasting time focusing on things you already know well. For example, if you are testing yourself on a textbook chapter, summarize everything that happened in your own words. Then check for any keywords at the end of the chapter and try to define them. You can also find many practice tests online for the subject you are studying. Number 4. Teach the information to someone else. Teaching someone helps you retain the main points. Having one of your friends listen to you as you try to teach them the subject you'll be learning. Try to tell them everything you know in a clear and direct way so you don't confuse them. Ask them if they understand or if they need a better explanation. If you have trouble remembering certain points, make sure you go back to review them as well. Since you should actively recall the information you are teaching, it is easier for you to learn the subject more quickly. For example, if you are learning about physics, try teaching someone about the Newton's law and how the Pascal principle work and so on. If you don't have anyone to help you out, try writing out the instruction or information you just learned. Use simple language so anyone who reads it can understand it. Number 5. Relate information to something you know. You will easily remember complex topics if you relate them to something you know. Tough subjects can be hard to grasp if you can't picture them. Try to compare what you're learning to something else that you already know so you can visualize and remember it easier. Because you already have an association to another thing you know well, you are going to recall it a lot easier. When someone asks you a question or have a new problem to solve, the knowledge you bring forward is the one you already have in your mind related to the topic. New learning constructed on our prior knowledge. The more we can understand our current knowledge, the more we can learn new things well by association and relation. For example, if you have trouble understanding the structure of an atom, you might compare it to the solar system. The electrons rotate around the nucleus of an atom, just like the planets go around the sun. Number 6. Stop multitasking. Trying to do too much at once make it harder to learn. When it's time for you to study, get in the zone and only work on one subject at a time. Try to avoid watching TV, checking your phone or studying other materials while you're learning, since you have a tougher time remembering the subject you want to focus on. Even though you may think you are learning more at once, you are more likely to get confused and must go back to review the topics later. Studies have shown, while you think you are multitasking, you are in fact task switching, which means your focus is switching between two or more pieces of work. As a result, this will divide your energy to multiple tasks at once rather than channeling all energy only on one task. In this way, it will take you longer time to complete a task and will be least productive. Number 7. Exercise regularly and get more sleep. Recent study shows that regular exercise can improve memory recall. Exercise resulted in significant improvement in high interference memory. A commonly used example for high interference memory is when remembering faces, a skill that is useful for people to make connections. Getting sufficient sleep also vital to improve our overall learning process. Sleep deprivation can affect our ability to commit new information to memory and strengthening any short-term memories you have made. Therefore, always keep yourself healthy and take enough rest that is needed for your brain. That's all from me. In this video, we have seen several ways to learn something faster. I hope this video is helpful to you. All the best to you. Do not forget to like, share and subscribe to this channel. Signing off from LIA.